We can't hear you on stream.
Last lap on heat race number 1. Hunter Wellman in the lead. Dean Qualley 3/4 of a second behind. Kyle Thayer and Justin Walbring will bring up this field. Heat race number 1 to an end. Wellman taking pole position for the feature race. Dean Qualley right behind him, and Kyle Thayer, Justin Walbring will be the inside line. Now we will get ready to have heat race number 2. There should be 3 cars in this field. And it appears that we have our cars lined up. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for this race. Ray Andrews in that 13 Mustang will be on pole position. Mick Olofsson on his outside, with Aaron Murphy in that 41 machine coming up at the back of the pack. This race will determine the outside line for the feature race. And we will definitely want to keep an eye on that 41 machine there at the back. Laid down the fastest time in our practice session, so he's definitely got a fast car underneath him. But if you watch season number 4, that number 21 machine on the outside line is definitely someone you do not want to underestimate. He went on a tear at the very end of the season and won the championship on the Dirt Series, dominating a number of the final half of the season, number of the races in the final half. Mick Olofsson on that outside. Green flag is in the air. Good start on that outside line by Mick Olofsson. But that inside is going to prevail coming off of turn 2. Aaron Murphy trying to follow that 13 car through. Able to get inside. Mick going down. Gets contact with the 41. Puts him into the infield grass. Making sure that 41 cannot take the lead away. Unfortunate start for Aaron Murphy right there. But that's going to allow Ray Andrews to open up the lead. Over almost 2 seconds now, as we saw Mick get into the outside wall there down the front straightaway. Over 2 seconds left now, or between first and second, with a second back to third. In fact, Aaron Murphy looking like he's going to put a little pressure on Mick there for second. Mick just having some difficulty on that outside line. Is going to give up second place to Murphy. Not able to have a very good start to the race here, Mick. But that little bit of back and forth between Mick and Aaron has allowed Ray Andrews in that 13 car to stretch his lead to over 3 seconds. 3 laps remaining in this heat race. And it looks like Ray Andrews is going to be looking good to start on that outside pole position. Just running nice and clean, getting a little bit of the wall on the front straightaway that last time by, but coming around 3 and 4 here to take the white flag one more time around this oval. Ray slowly but surely opening that lead up over Aaron Murphy. Now 3.5 seconds. Ray Andrews will take the checkered flag. 3.5 seconds over Aaron Murphy in second, and then Mick Olson will bring up the back of the pack here. And now we will go into a brief warm-up period where these guys will get a chance to shake down the cars one last time before we go to our feature race. As we see cars start to exit pit road and come out onto the track. Just a 3-minute warm-up session. They should get about 10 or so laps of practice in that time, if they so desire to take that many laps. As we follow along Hunter Wellman there, starting pole position as he won heat race number 1. And putting his car up at the top of the leaderboard to begin with a 15.62, a little bit ahead of Justin Walbring there. Aaron Murphy coming out with a 15.66, taking second away from Walbring. And Quali making sure he's up there with these boys. Very, very close field as far as lap times go. But the track is going to make some very subtle changes throughout the 40-lap feature race here, as these cars wear the track in, so it's definitely going to be a game of who can keep up with the grip level in the track. As we see a late move to pit road from Walbring there. Pit road not being what most people are used to if you watch asphalt ovals, where pit lane's usually inside the infield of the track. A lot of small town dirt tracks have the pit area on the outside, and Cedar Lake happens to be one of those. So you go diving off into turn 1 onto pit exit, or onto pit entry, up and over the berm into the infield area. As we have about 40 seconds remaining in this session here, you see cars starting to come off pit road, feeling they got enough practice. Got Hunter Wellman, Kyle Thayer, and Mick Olson still out on track. As we see Mick having issues getting into them tires down on the bottom, setting that car around. A couple cars coming back out on the track for a last-ditch attempt, Dean Qualley and Ray Andrews. But not going to have enough time to make a lap here, really, even so. At the end of our final warm-up session, Hunter Wellman at the top of the leaderboard, a 15.62 second lap. Aaron Murphy, 0.04 of a second back, a 15.66. It's going to be a hard-fought battle at that front of the pack. Less than 1/10 of a second between our top 3, and just barely over that to get to our top 4. Heck, even our top 5. Alrighty, let's take a look at our starting lineup for our feature race. Hunter Wellman, fastest in the warm-up, fastest in heat race number 1, taking pole position, with Ray Andrews on his outside after a dominating heat race number 2 victory. Dean Qualley will start third in that 13 or 17 machine inside of row 2, with Aaron Murphy on the outside of him. Kyle Thayer in that 89 machine will start 5th, with Mick Olson on his outside in that 21 Mustang. Justin Walbring bringing up the back of this pack in 7th position with that 666 car. As that Chevy Silverado leads these guys around the track one more time around. Before we get to green flag racing here for 40 laps around this clay oval. Hunter Wellman in his preferred position there at the very front of the pack, hoping he can get a good start, get a good jump on these guys as the pace truck pulls away. Green flag is in the air. Aaron Murphy, a little contact with that outside wall, but Hunter Wellman able to get a good jump on there, clearing for the lead. Dean Qualley taking advantage of Ray Andrews being a little bit slow down the back straightaway, taking second place away. Looks like Thayer's looking to the inside as well, trying to take third away from Andrews. Andrews stuck on that outside line. Does not look like it's working very well for him right now. Side by side for third right now as we speak. And going to have to concede that position to Thayer. In fact, Mick Olsen looking to take advantage of that open door as well. Still side by side. Ray Andrews found a little momentum, managed to get back ahead of that 89 car. And in fact, he will clear him this time down the back straightaway. 3 wide at the back here for the last position. Aaron Murphy, Walbring, and Olsen battling hard. Mick coming out on top, and Aaron spinning around. No caution flag yet. He's able to get that car going again. There will be no yellow for this. But that is going to put Murphy almost a lap down as we see the leaders coming out of the corner just behind him. Back up front, we got a little bit of competition for the lead. Dean Qualley is not letting Wellman drive away. Little over, well, about 4/10 of a second behind. Qualley applying the pressure, hoping that Hunter will make a mistake, but Hunter running solid right now, doing just what he has to do. So far, so good for Hunter. Single file all the way back through the field right now. Mick Olsen trying to look inside of that 89 Ford Mustang Kyle Thayer. Not able to get his nose down. They're going to fall back a little bit and fall back in line. Got Walbring looking to try to take advantage of some lost momentum of any of these guys ahead of him. Not able to get any advantage at all. In fact, Mick might have got a little too sideways or lost a little momentum, and Justin trying to take advantage, not quite able to make anything happen. In fact, I had to check up a little bit to avoid that 21 machine. Ray Andrews under pressure though. Kyle Thayer looking high, looking low. Not quite able to get that nose alongside, but definitely making sure Ray is watching that mirror. As 89 gets to the inside of Ray, Ray getting in the out contact is made. Ray not having to handle that car right now, kind of going back and forth, trying to get it back under control. Kyle Thayer getting down to the bottom of the track. Was not quite able to take third place away there. And there's contact between Mick Olsen and Thayer. They go spinning to the inside. Let's take a quick look back here at our All the Dirt instant replay. See what happened. Olofsson catching up to these two racing side by side, and just did not expect that 89 to lose that little bit of momentum diving to the inside. So we go back to our live, and we are under caution. See if we can see what that is all about. Or it looks like it's back for Thayer rejoining the track, and does appear the caution is for the Mick Olsen Kyle Thayer incident. Putting us under yellow for the first time tonight. 14 laps into tonight's 40-lap feature. Hunter Wellman still at the front of the pack. Dean Qualley still running second. Ray Andrews managing to hold on to third, but not without trouble. Kyle Thayer, Mick Olsen battling hard for that position, but the The big beneficiary of this caution flag is Aaron Murphy. He was running a long ways at the back. He was very close to getting put a lap down after a self-spin early in the race, but this caution is going to let him get back up, caught up with that pack as the pace truck pulls away. Green flag back in the air. Good restart by that 17 machine on the outside line, but Hunter should be able to get just ahead coming off of turn 2. And will clear him in 3 and 4 coming back onto the front straightaway, and will maintain that lead. But Dean looking back to the bottom. Slight little bit of contact there, but they're able to keep it straight, keep it going. Cost Dean that just enough momentum, allowed Hunter to get back ahead. But look at this, Justin Walbring from nowhere up to 3rd. Believe he restarted 4th or 5th. Capitalized on that caution flag, take 3rd place away from Ray Andrews. Do not count that 666 machine out of this race yet. Ray not happy about losing that position. He is fighting hard all over the back bumper of Walbring, trying to find a way back around, but Kyle Sayers looking to make a move on the inside. Not quite able to make anything happen so far, and Aaron Murphy looking to get down on the bottom of the 89 car. Almost looking to make it 3 wide here off of turn 4. Or turn 2, sorry. Thinking better of it. Back down the straightaway there. The 13 machine on the outside of Walbring, trying to retake 3rd away back from him. Ray's going to get a little bit of that outside wall, and that's going to give the momentum back to Walbring. But Thayer looking to go to the inside, trying to make it 3 wide. They keep thinking about taking that car, the racing 3 wide, but brighter heads prevail just slightly, and they're holding back. Little bit of heavy contact. Thayer, Murphy hard into each other, spinning around. That will bring caution flag number 2 out. As we take a look back at our instant replay, just a light little bit of contact coming off of turn 3 there, or sorry, turn 4. And then just coming up off of 2, quite a little bit of a bump, gets that 89 sideways and back into that 41, putting them hard into that outside wall. Murphy able to get it going again at least. Hopefully he did not get too much major damage from that incident. Caution flag out for the 2nd time. After an incident between Thayer and Aaron Murphy. Aaron in pits, it appears that he took some damage and is trying to get what repairs he can. These guys do not have a fast repair. Any damage done to the car they cannot repair. They have to suffer with the rest of the race. Bad enough damage will force you to retire as well, so. But looks like the pace truck will be pulling away, handing the control of the field to that 64 machine, who has been in control of this race from the green flag. Green flag back in the air. Hunter getting a better restart that time. It should be able to clear that 17 car of Dean Qualley coming off of turn 2. And does. A couple of cars into the outside wall down the back straightaway. Qualley and Walbring maybe even... Ooh, and contact between Ray Andrews and Qualley, putting the 17 car around. And caution flag number 3. Caution flag number 3 out for contact between these guys here. Mick Olofsson, or not Mick Olofsson, sorry about that, Mick. Dean Qualley, Ray Andrews. Fighting hard for a position. Dean getting a little bit into the outside wall, trying to come back down to the bottom. Did not realize that that 13 car was down there. Spinning them both out. Ray getting the worst part of that. Spinning completely around. Dean was able to maintain or get the car straightened up a little bit quicker and keep on going. Dean appearing to maintain his position there in second place. Walbring now back up to third place with Mick Olofsson in fourth. Kyle Thayer running fifth with Aaron Murphy up one position. And Ray Andrews getting the short end of that incident, being put to the back of the pack. As the pace truck pulls away once again. Hunter Wellman way out on the restart last time. Got a good restart again this time. Almost able to clear that 17 off of 2 and does. Pulls just ahead, but Olofsson looking to the inside. Walbring on the inside of that. 3 wide for third. Walbring being the loser there. Mick Olofsson able to take over third place. Aaron Murphy trying to make something happen on that outside. We haven't been able to see a lot of action out on that outside line yet. That inside lane seems to have been the faster one that for the majority of the race so far, but Murphy trying to find some grip out there. Qualley trying to claw his way back up to second place after being, keep second place. Mick Olofsson looking to take it away. Mick having found some speed here these previous couple of laps. Takes second away from Dean Qualley. And it's going to set his sight on the lead. On the outside of that 64 car. Wellman kind of covering, kind of closing the door. Mick going to the bottom. Nice little crossover there. Hunter just able to stay ahead, but all kinds of pressure from behind from that 21 machine. But Dean is looking to get back into this fight. Hunter, Dean, Mick Olofsson, all under a blanket. Walbring starting to reel back into these guys as well. Going to be a close race here between the top 4. A little bit back to 5th place Kyle Thayer, but there's a little bit of a battle at the back between Ray Andrews and Aaron Murphy. And they're not too far away from Thayer. Ray looking to take 6th place away. But still a top 4, still under a blanket, under 10 laps to go, 8 laps to go in fact right now, that time by. Dean looking to make a move on the 21 car on the outside, nothing doing out there. Nice little crossover to try to get to the bottom. Walbring trying to get down inside. Side by side for second now, 21, 17. 17 trying to make that move. Mick getting a better run off of the corner that time, able to clear Dean, and Walbring looking to get back down to the bottom, trying to take 3rd place back away. This battle here, 4 seconds, allowed Hunter to pull away, now over a second ahead of Mick Olofsson there in 2nd place. Mick able to get a little bit of breathing room over that 17 car here the last lap or so. Dean settling back, trying to refocus and regain his rhythm and get back up to that 21 car. Justin Walbring still right there, able to pounce if the opportunity presents itself. 4 laps remain, coming to 3 to go. Hunter Wellman over a second ahead of 2nd place Mick Olofsson. Dean Qualley though still right behind that 21 car. 2nd place is still anyone's game here. Mick getting a little bit of that outside roll or outside wall there. That should allow the 17 to close back in. And Dean does. Running that middle line there, the top 4 or 5 cars. Inside looks like it's slicked off a little bit. Coming to the white flag this time by Hunter Wellman by a second over Mick Olofsson. Mick Olofsson with a bit of a gap now to the 17 machine, but Quali cannot relax either. He's got Justin Walbring right behind him, but coming out of turn 4 for the last time, Hunter Wellman will go 3-4-3, winning the first 3 races of this season. Mick Olofsson, hard-fought race, finishing second place over Dean Quali. Justin Walbring bringing up for us Kyle Thayer, Aaron Murphy, Ray Andrews, bringing up the back of this pack. Great racing at the front of this field. The last 10 laps or so. Hunter Wellman under pressure for a little bit, but then the fight got overheated for second, third, and fourth, allowing Hunter to build a gap up and secure win number 3 of this season. He is going to have a sizable points lead going into the next race. Do believe that is at least 2 races that he has led the race from green flag to checkered. Can't remember offhand race number 1, but definitely last week he started on pole position, led every lap, and took the checkered. Does so again this season, or this week's race. As we wait for our top 3 finishers to join us in the broadcast booth here for a post-race interview, don't forget that we will be returning here probably about 20 minutes after 8 to about 8:20 to 8:30 for race number 2 tonight. I do believe we are taking the Asphalt Mini Stock Series to Lanier Speedway, and it will be broadcast right here on the Rusty Misfits Racing League YouTube page by yours truly, myself, Tom Quiring. And we are almost ready here. Does not look like our third place driver is going to be joining us. Oh, and there he is. Let's bring our third place finisher, Dean Quali, into the broadcast booth here. Dean, that was a bit of a battle there for pretty much the entire race. You're giving Hunter quite a bit of grief for the first 3 quarters of the race, but then Mick caught up to you and gave you some grief. How was that?
It was a good race. Dealing with carburetor issues, so first half of the race it was running good, and second half it was starting to sputter, so I'll blame it on that.
Well, you always got to blame it on the mechanic as the driver, right? It's just kind of hard to do that when you're also the mechanic, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I can only kick myself in the you-know-what.
Well, either way, you put on a hell of a race for the fans to watch tonight there between you, Hunter, Mick, and Justin. The top 4 cars could be thrown under a blanket. There is no chance that you could afford to make any kind of mistake because you're going to get pounced on. How did you how did you hold Mick off for as long as you did there? Because he was coming from the back.
Yeah, he's always fast on dirt, so I knew he was coming, and I wanted to have him give Hunter a run for his money, so. But unfortunately, it didn't work.
Yeah, unfortunately, you guys got fighting over second pretty hard there. Allowed Hunter to get away, but you know what? Overall, still a very good race. Very fun to watch, very fun to call. So I'll take a little bit of a runaway at the front for a good race somewhere in the pack.
Absolutely, yep.
But anyways,
Yep.
anyways, Dane, is there anyone you'd like to thank as far as sponsors? Any fans friendly, friends, family? If I could speak English here.
Well, first of all, you, Tom, for broadcasting all the dirt, Strange Brew, Drew, Bauer, friends, family watching. I gotta give a shout out to my wannabe crew chief, Jackson. Um, yeah, it's I enjoy racing with these guys. They're a lot of fun.
Well, like I said, you guys put on a heck of a race here tonight. Hopefully, we can continue that on here at our next race at Lanier, I believe, later on tonight.
Yeah, hopefully the car is ready for that one.
Well,
Um,
well,
had to do a motor swap at the shop, so we're running a junkyard motor this week.
you give that mechanic of yours to kick in the you know what there and get that carb tuned up.
Oh yeah, no, the pavement car's got a different motor in it, so it it's got a junkyard motor, so we'll see what it has.
Well, hopefully we'll have another chat with you after you run away like you have the last couple of weeks.
I won't say that on this next track.
Well, you know what? Hunter went 3 for 3. You have to continue that trend. You're 2 for 2 so far. So.
Yeah, it's time for someone else.
Alrighty,
I'll,
Dean.
I'll try though. I'll try.
I'm holding you to that one. Like I said, you give that mechanic a kick in the you know what there and get that car tuned up for Lanier.
I will for sure.
Alrighty, thank you, Dean. Alrighty. And bringing up second, coming from deep in the field. Not that the field was all that deep tonight, but Mick up to second. Hard fought race. You had a couple of issues early on, but you came back to take second away from Dean. How was that for you tonight?
I felt a little silly. I made a lot of silly mistakes early on. I almost took out Kyle, so I went to the back for that one. Um, and then I was kind of sleeping on that restart. I was a half a lap behind him, so I'm glad the caution came out when it did.
Yeah, the caution benefited a couple of you guys, you being one of them, and it brought Aaron Murphy back into the hunt. But you were able to capitalize the most on that caution and came up there. Like the top four for probably about 10, 15 laps. You guys were all just side by side, just battling each other. Could have thrown a blanket over all you.
Yes, sir. And then I found a little something on a groove up just outside of the slick spot and was able to get by Dean. And I think if Hunter wouldn't have moved up when he did, I think I might have had something for him.
Well, you definitely had found a little bit of speed somewhere in that car that the others hadn't to come up through the field like you did. And even talking with Dean, he said he saw you come and he knew he had nothing for you. He was hoping you would have something to give Hunter a little bit of grief.
I gave him a little bit of a battle, and then he slid up, and then I tried to search around for a little bit faster line, and I fell way back then.
Well, and that allowed Dean to get back to you and put on a good race for second place for the fans at least. So.
Yeah, Dean was all over my back bumper.
Well, and Wellbring was right behind the two of you. They're trying to look for an advantage or a mistake to take advantage of, and luckily for you guys didn't make that mistake.
No, Cedar Lake is one of my favorite tracks to run. I struggled a little bit in the heat race. I struggled a little bit at the beginning of the feature, but I calmed down, got my head back in the game, and got what needed to be done.
Well, we definitely saw a little bit of late season for Mick Olofsson out there tonight towards the end of this race. Hopefully we can keep that momentum going on forward.
Amen, sir, amen.
So, Mick, anyone you'd like to thank as far as sponsors, family or friends?
Oh, definitely want to give a huge shout out, one, to my wife for letting me do this all the time, and we'll give a huge shout out to Mr. Donnie Bartlett, battling cancer. We're driving the 21 for Donnie.
Well, you definitely did well, did Donnie proud tonight, I'm sure, and hopefully next week, maybe you can dethrone that Hunter Wellman and ruin his streak.
That's the plan.
Alrighty, Mick, congratulations on a second place finish. Hopefully we'll talk to you again a little bit later tonight after Lanier.
All right, buddy, thank you.
Alrighty, that was Mick Olofsson finishing second place, but let's talk to the seemingly unstoppable 64 machine there, Hunter Wellman. Hunter 3-4-3 this season. Hello, Hunter.
Yep, I'm here.
So, Hunter, how does it feel? 3-for-3 on the season. You're undefeated so far. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, it feels pretty good after the fact, but having second place chasing you down with 10 to go isn't the greatest feeling in the world.
Well, Mick definitely found a little bit of something, but it seemed like you were doing a little bit of mirror driving there, found where Mick was running and took that line away from him. He said he tried to hunt a little bit after he saw you move up. Wasn't able to find anything for it, but definitely put on a good race for the fans tonight. The top four for a while there after that final caution, you guys were all under a blanket there. How did you hold on to the lead?
Dean usually just ran the bottom, and I was trying to keep him down there. And once I saw Mick taking the top, I was able to take that line from him, and I think those two were mainly just fighting each other.
Well,
I think everybody there at the end was more so trying to defend than pass, especially with the track being more of a single groove.
Well, there definitely was a lot of mirror driving going on, especially between the top three, because you all had at least one guy behind you, and they weren't very far behind. You guys, like I said, were under a blanket there for a good 10, 15 laps at the end. You managed to break away once they started fighting harder over second. Did you get a little bit of a breath of relief when you saw a little bit of gap open up there?
Oh, definitely. I know Mick is very fast here. He beat me last year, and I knew if I could just keep him behind me a little bit, I'd have a good shot at the win tonight.
Well, you managed to hold on. You managed to take first place again. 3 for 3 on the season so far. Hunter, who do you want to thank for that?
I would like to thank Justin and Misfit Creations for making all my paint schemes for the Rusty Misfits. I'd like to thank my other sponsors, RJB Automotive, KRS Clothing, Kellner Range and Supply, and Hairstyles with John. And I'd like to thank you, as always, for putting on the broadcast. And all the family and people I have watching tonight on Twitch, I'd like to thank them too.
Well, you definitely put on a good show out there tonight, Hunter. Congratulations once again on taking the victory, 3 in a row. You're going to need a little bit more room for the trophies here. Well, the virtual race trophies, anyways.
Thank you very much.
And just a quick question before I let you go. Are you joining us for Lanier later on?
I will be.
Well, look at that. Young fella here, Hunter Wellman, joining us on asphalt for one of the rare times we will see him in this series. Well, good luck going on there tonight, Hunter. Hopefully we'll talk to you again.
Thank you very much. I hope so too.
All right, that will conclude this this part of the stream. We will be returning at about 20 minutes or so for the asphalt race at Lanier. You'll see a lot of these same drivers, and you'll see maybe even a couple of extra ones. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully we will see you shortly. Okay. I don't know why I could not say friends and family.